Noah was a 40-year-old man who had always lived life with a smile. He had a passion for adventure, laughter that could fill a room, and a heart full of hope. He found that hope reflected in the eyes of his fiancée, Emily, a compassionate woman with a spirit as boundless as his own. For 5 blissful years, they built memories, dreams, and plans for the future together until everything came crashing down. 2 years ago, Noah received the devastating news: stage 4 colon cancer. The diagnosis shattered their world like glass, scattering pieces that seemed impossible to mend. Despite the overwhelming weight of his illness, Noah clung to one dream: marrying Emily, the love of his life. As his health deteriorated and the doctors informed him that time was slipping through his fingers, he knew it was now or never. Emily, who had stood by his side through every bleak prognosis, every grueling treatment, and every sleepless night, agreed without hesitation. The wedding became a symbol of their shared defiance of fate, a testament to the power of love in the face of mortality. The staff and volunteers at Baylor St. Luke's Medical Center moved mountains to make it happen. With just days to prepare, they transformed the hospital's sterile room into a haven of beauty. Twinkling fairy lights hung from four poles, flowers adorned every corner, and soft music played, weaving warmth through the sterile air. Friends, family, and even the medical staff, who had become part of Noah's extended family, gathered to witness this love story's crescendo. When the moment came, Noah, frail but determined, walked down a makeshift aisle, his eyes never leaving Emily's. Her trembling hands met his, and together, they exchanged vows, promises of love that transcended the boundaries of time. There wasn't a dry eye in the room. After the ceremony, they shared a quiet moment, just the two of them in his hospital bed. They spoke of old memories, whispered their dreams that now seemed out of reach, and promised to cherish every breath they had left together. For a fleeting week, their love created a cocoon of hope and laughter, but soon after, the unexpected happened. Instead of a gradual decline, Noah woke up one morning with more strength than he had in months. Doctors were baffled as his vital signs stabilized. Tests revealed something astonishing. The aggressive spread of his cancer had inexplicably halted. Medical staff scrambled to understand this unprecedented turn, while Noah and Emily dared to hope once more. They were given a chance, not a cure, but time. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Noah began to regain some of his lost energy. Together, he and Emily used every borrowed moment to live without regrets. They traveled as far as his health allowed, made memories worth a lifetime, and celebrated every small victory with unbreakable laughter. The community that had witnessed their love rallied around them, inspired by their resilience and boundless devotion. But life is fragile, a tapestry woven from both joy and pain. 1 year later, as summer light bathed their home, Noah's strength began to falter once more. This time, there was no miraculous reprieve. In his final hours, surrounded by Emily and those he loved, he took her hand and whispered, "Thank you for making every second count." Tears fell, but so did the soft smiles of gratitude. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Noah slipped away, his heart full. What happened next broke everyone's heart in a different way. Emily, inspired by the journey they had shared, dedicated herself to helping others facing terminal illnesses find hope, love, and joy amidst their battles. In honor of Noah, she created the Noah's Light Foundation, shining a beacon of hope and reminding the world that even in the darkest times, love can light the way. The Noah's Light Foundation quickly became a symbol of compassion and resilience, growing beyond Emily's wildest expectations. Donations poured in from all corners of the country, fueled by people who had been touched by Noah and Emily's love story. The foundation organized weddings, created joyful experiences, and fulfilled dreams for terminally ill patients. Emily poured her soul into every project, finding solace in spreading hope and making memories for those who, like Noah, faced time slipping away. Her grief became a catalyst for something extraordinary, ensuring that even amidst despair, life could still be celebrated. In the midst of this tireless work, Emily found herself receiving a letter handwritten, its edges crinkled and words barely legible. It was from one of the doctors who had treated Noah, explaining that Noah's unexpected remission, while ultimately temporary, had pushed the boundaries of known medicine. In their studies, they discovered an anomaly, one that hinted at a possible breakthrough treatment. Though it wasn't a cure, it had the potential to extend lives. The doctor asked for Emily's support, knowing her name and story carried weight. At first, Emily hesitated. Reliving those painful days in hospitals and the emotions tied to their fleeting miracle threatened to unravel her, but the thought of giving others what she and Noah had a chance, even if brief, was too powerful to ignore. She threw herself into the cause, raising awareness, lobbying for research funding, and speaking at conferences. She shared the raw truth of their love story, not sugarcoating its pain, but also not denying its beauty. One winter evening, while returning from a fundraising gala, Emily found herself lost in thought, staring out the window of her taxi at a snow-dusted city. Memories of Noah's laughter, the warmth of his hand in hers, and his whispered thank you came flooding back. A tear traced its way down her cheek, and as it did, she felt something unexpected comfort, as though his spirit was still walking beside her. As the years passed, Emily continued to find small signs, flowers blooming unexpectedly, the flicker of lights, or strangers offering random acts of kindness. To her, these were Noah's way of reminding her that love never truly fades. She remarried eventually, not because she wanted to move on from Noah, but because she understood that love could grow again in different ways without diminishing the past. Her new partner, Michael, understood this completely. He supported her work with the foundation, and together, they expanded it even further. One of the foundation's most ambitious initiatives was opening a sanctuary, a place where patients and families could retreat from the medical grind and simply live for a while. The sanctuary had gardens, therapy sessions, music, and laughter. It was here that Emily met a young boy named Alex, who was diagnosed with a rare illness. At just 9 years old, he had already endured more pain than most adults could comprehend, yet he radiated joy. Alex loved stories and insisted on hearing about Noah. Emily, with tears and a smile, shared everything, from their silly adventures to the day they said "I do." Alex listened, wide-eyed, and then said, "One day, I'm going to be like Noah, brave and loving. I'm going to make every moment count." The boy's determination touched her deeply, reigniting her drive to give every patient the chance to write their own story, no matter how brief. Years later, Alex would go on to achieve remission against the odds, becoming a living testament to what Noah's light had always stood for, not just survival, but hope, love, and moments that shine through the darkness. Emily watched as he crossed the sanctuary's garden one day, laughing with friends, and she knew that Noah's spirit was there, woven into every smile, every second of light. When Emily passed away at the age of 87, her obituary didn't just tell of a woman who endured loss. It spoke of a beacon who turned pain into light, love into legacies, and moments into miracles. At her memorial, as friends, family, patients, and strangers gathered to pay their respects, someone lit a single candle in her honor. The flame flickered for a brief moment before casting a radiant glow, a reminder that love, once ignited, never fades. It carries on, lighting the paths of those who dare to hope and love deeply, just as Noah and Emily had done. The legacy of Emily and Noah's love lived on, embedded within the heartbeat of the Noah's Light Foundation and every life it touched. As years passed, the foundation expanded, its reach stretching far beyond its humble beginnings. New branches opened across different countries, transforming the lives of countless patients, families, and medical practitioners. Each chapter carried forward the stories of courage, hope, and love that Emily and Noah had embodied. One of the foundation's annual traditions was the Light of Hope ceremony. Held on the anniversary of Noah and Emily's wedding, people from all walks of life gathered in person and virtually to celebrate love, resilience, and the power of human connection. Patients who had experienced remission, families who had said bittersweet goodbyes, and those who continued their brave fights would come together to share their stories. Candles were lit, each flame representing a wish, a memory, or a promise to carry forward the legacy of light. On one such evening, a young woman named Priya took the stage. Her voice trembled as she spoke, but her gaze was steady. A few years ago, I was alone in a hospital room, scared and unsure if I'd live to see another month. Then I received a call from the Know Is Light Foundation. They didn't just offer support, they gave me hope. I spent my last lucid days with my mother by my side, laughing, dreaming, and feeling more alive than I had in years. I don't know if I'd be here today without that gift. The room fell silent, tears streaming down faces before erupting in applause. Unbeknownst to many, Emily's journals had also become a source of inspiration. Filled with personal reflections, moments of heartbreak and hope, and lessons learned through love and loss, the journals had been carefully preserved. After her passing, her children and grandchildren compiled them into a book titled Moments of Light, a love that transcends time. The book quickly became a bestseller, its words reaching millions who found comfort and strength in Emily's raw honesty and resilience. Among those readers was a young researcher named Dr. Amir Hassan. Inspired by the story of Noah's brief yet miraculous remission, Dr. Hassan dedicated his life to studying the unexplained anomaly in Noah's case. His work was meticulous, fueled by the hope that what happened to Noah wasn't a miracle isolated in time, but a door cracked open to a new frontier in cancer treatment. Years of relentless research and collaboration eventually led to a breakthrough treatment protocol that significantly slowed the progression of certain aggressive cancers. Dubbed the Noah Protocol, it became a beacon of hope in the medical world. On the day the Noah Protocol was approved for global use, Dr. Hassan visited the original sanctuary Emily had established. Standing in its garden, he quietly placed a small stone etched with Noah and Emily's initials beneath a flowering tree. It was his way of honoring their love, a love that had reached across lifetimes and changed the course of so many lives, including his own. Yet even as the foundation thrived, there remained another layer to Emily's legacy that unfolded in unexpected ways. Years after her passing, a letter surfaced. It was addressed to the future generations of Know Is Light. In it, Emily had written, "Love is infinite, like light passing through the darkest of places, leaving trails that guide the way. This foundation, our sanctuary, the lives we've touched, it's all a reminder of what love can build when it refuses to break. Carry this light forward, be the love that inspires others, the hope that transforms pain, and the light that burns through the night." The letter was framed and displayed in every branch of the foundation, serving as a reminder of the origins of their collective mission. In the decades that followed, Emily's children and grandchildren carried on her work, adapting to the needs of each new era while remaining true to the foundation's purpose. Technology allowed the sanctuary to offer virtual support and reach those in isolated corners of the world. Medical breakthroughs advanced, offering new hope where once there was none. And every single life touched by Noah and Emily's story became another spark in the vast tapestry of light they had created. Eventually, people began to say that even the stars above glowed a little brighter during the Light of Hope ceremonies, as if the universe itself was moved by their enduring love. Noah and Emily's story had transcended the boundaries of life and death, rippling outward to touch millions and reminding everyone that even in life's darkest moments, love is the brightest light of all.